Okay, last time we uploaded an avatar on just the PC side. Now you're going to want to do the Quest side. There's a few things you need to have changed before you could do that. One of the big things that the Vrchat Quest side doesn't like is the shaders that are being used currently, which is probably all new to. First of all, I'm going to change the texture size of all these down. On the PC side down to 24. Do this. Set this to there. Okay, high. So they're all at a manageable size, not super big. Okay, now for the inroad side, which I have under the default, I'm going to actually set it to 1024, do quality, and of course, crunch compression. Okay, there we go. Now, I could upload it again, so the PC side isn't super, like the download side is not too big, but we'll do that later. Now, there's two things you could do to start uploading on the Quest side. One of the way you could do is once you are done or close to done, you could always just Control D, which will duplicate it, move it over, that will actually grab, and then change all the shaders on here to Quest. Make sure to take down the fizzbone count and a bunch of different other stuff. But we're going to do that a different way. We're going to do it the way I like to do it, which is easy Quest switch, so it gets switch around the shaders. I use this for that. I'm going to put it docked over here. Set up easy Quest switch, and there's nothing really here. What you'll do is click this. You actually have to move the inspector over here for what I want to do. There we go. Next, we're going to take this, this is one of the things I want to change around all of these shaders on. Click, hold, and drag over here, and then put it over here. Now, when I click this drop down, there's two sides, the PC side and the Quest. Most of the stuff you will not have to change. You could always change the meshes right here, so you could have a higher res mesh on one side and not on the Quest side. We've done that, but possible. Next, we will have to make the Quest shaders. So I will create a new folder. Call that Matt's Quest. Make sure it's triple. I do this so that they're mostly close to the top. Move these down. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go in here. Select everything from here all the way down. You can click on one thing, hold Shift and click on the other to do that. You can hold Control to deselect and select things. I'm going to deselect this one because this is one actual Quest shader. I'm going to get Control D. This will copy every single freaking shader that is right in here that I have selected. I'm going to move all of these over here and also the invisible one. We'd have all the Quest shaders in one place. Now that I still have all these selected, I'm going to switch all of these over to the Vrchat, mobile, and these are all the shaders you could use. Except for a couple of them, like Worlds and Skybox are used for Worlds, obviously. There's a couple you can use. Okay, there's Madcap Light, which is metal shaders, which we will get into. And then the Standard Light is what I usually like. And for particles, I would suggest using either additive for bright particles and multiply for dark particles. We're going to, of course, use Standard Light. Let that all load. And the only separate one that I'm going to change is going to be this one. We're going to go to Vrchat, mobile, and then Madcap Light for the metal. Okay. Another thing you will notice is that there is no emissions. They do not automatically toggle on. Do this. Let's do it all for all these ones as well. And for the rest. There we go. And you could have just duplicated the file, but I like to duplicate the names so they have the one by it, so I know which ones they are. Now, they're just flat textures. There is not a mask, because they don't have that for brush shaders for right now. They might have in the future. I have no idea what the roadmap for Vrchat is. Now that we have that, let's change over all of these. We just click here. You can always just drag and drop, but I like to click here and just do this. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, there we go. I changed everything but the invis because that's just a quest shader. Next, you're gonna have to do it for the rest. Now, usually the thing with the body and the face are usually the ones that have the most. You won't have to do this many for all of them. I'm gonna do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, there we are. Now, there's something I obviously like to do that I haven't done yet, but usually a good thing. As you can see, when I have any of these selected, there's this little white box. So it's easier to see. And basically what this is when your camera cannot see the outer bounds, like your camera is past this point where you can't see it anymore, the thing will deload. Usually it's not a problem, but at some certain angles with Vrchat, it's going to be a problem. Usually what I like to do is just to select all of them and then change the bounds. And we'll do 0, 0, 0 for the center. 1 seems to be a good size. I don't want to make this too big. There we go. Now everything that is on this avatar will be easily seeable no matter what angle I look at it as. Because I have to have my camera out here and there's no chance of having a weird angle where a thing will turn off. You don't have to do it, but I just liked it. Okay, and then we have all this quest stuff set up, all changed over from every different thing. Next what I have to do is just change the build. We're going to go in here, and if that will show, click Android and turn off the Windows, and this will switch it over. If you just select Windows and Android, it won't show you what the Android side looks like. It's better to turn off the Windows side so you can at least switch everything over and see what it looks like. I'll be back when that is done changing over. Okay, now everything, as you can see, has switched over. Everything that has this little symbol next to it. Now, as you see, the metal is not looking too good. It's because the shader we chose. I can always change this over to center shader and just add reflections, but I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is actually get that little select button, because the metal on the standard shader is, when you're in certain worlds, the metal will just disappear because the way the world's set up. We're going to select from all of these different metals. It comes with Poyomi. I'm going to select this one because this is one I like. You see there's a little bit of a white side to it, but I can obviously change that. Now with this one, you cannot easily change the way that the metal works, or the way it looks, like the PC side does, because there's no color slider. What you can easily do to rectify that is take the texture and the color that I'm going to change it to. I go back to the shader, right here. Now I drag and drop that in here. Now, since this is an actual shader, it'll look a little bit weird because of the texture that's on here, but all I can do is just go in here and let's put just a solid gray texture. Do this, click save, do not close, just in case if the color we selected is not good enough. There we go. Has a bit of reflection, but not too much to it that it stands out. Close out that. Since this is just a single texture, I can just go down to 32 and check this. There. That'll be just 32 for the quest in the PC side. It's not going to be this on the PC side, but so better just do that. Okay. Now if we go into the console Vrchat, as you can see, there is no problems. It doesn't say anything that's wrong. because now they are all question ready. Let's click upload. It's a little bit of extra things. It's just how much the size was on the PC side. It's still going to say it right here in the compressed size, which we'll get into a little bit. Okay, it's almost done, and it's going to be too big. Usually it would tell before the haircut. It used to tell after. There we go. Now, we don't know what the size is because of, doesn't tell you, but if you use the Vrchat size viewer, click this, and as you can see, 7.1, which is an acceptable amount. Now, there is some other stipulations. I'll put this in here so I can show you that there is not just the avatar like size after the fact. There is also, which you can't see because I need to talk this up here, is this, the complete build size. Now, in the past, there hasn't been a problem with this. It's only been the compressed size at the end, but now they are limiting this for on the Quest side to 40 megabytes in total. Now we can always take this down by changing all the textures to a different size. Also changing the size of these with Poly Tool. For now, it's fine. Now I usually like to do this where I do select both of them and click this. Now it will upload the Quest shaders and the PC shaders on the respective sides because of that easy Quest switch. Let's wait for this to finish. It's not going to take too long, and this is just an update. It's all the same stuff, but it's still considered an update. It will tell you how many versions there are, like right here. It's kind of a little bit blocked by this, which is a little bit of a visual issue. I think it's because of the size of this window. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, there we go. Oh wait, they changed it. Nice. Now we can just size it up so we can see version 3. Every time you upload, multi-upload or not upload, or just where inside this will go up. Can't really see this in Vrchat, but it's good to know, at least. Okay, there we go. Now it's uploaded on both sides, and everything is good. Here's the amount of versions, 5, and now we actually see the Android little thing. I don't know much about the iOS. I have never seen an iOS player yet, so I haven't been too worried about that. If I need to, I will explain a lot of stuff on the iOS if need be, but for now, it's fine. Now, this doesn't have any, obviously, toggles or fizz bones. It's going to be stagnant. Next time, we'll be touching on the fizz bones and how they work. Thank you for watching. Until next time.